Are you going to get real? Are you going to be the deal? The appeal. I got the appeal, man. The appeal. Well, grumpy old grumpy. Grumpy, grampy, grimpy, gring. I make the Grinch. Ching. That's what I do to the Grinch. Grumpy, grimpy, grampy, gru. Overload. What good is this? Nothing. We're all made. Every fingerprint is different. Find a murderer 150 years ago. Something that touched a wumpkin. Oh, the evidence is clear now. That's a proof that there's a creator. Today it's probably less than 2 hours before 1st of February of 2023. And I have to be reminded for the zillionth time. I felt absolutely miserable, and yet this is the best of the misery. That I have to be reminded by chronic beings that my greatest problem is truly Bob Dylan's song of a few years ago. I contain multitudes. Now, I don't know anything about Bob Dylan. Master poet laureate, deep guy, grabbed his balls. Just so wrong. So listen, I don't care if you think I can sing or not. I got something to say, and I want to sing it. You know, like, hey, fuck you. But I will say that if art reflects life, and if that was art of a poetic realm of him being many different personalities, it's still Dylan. I'm overloaded. Has always been and always will be my greatest albatross. And the point is, every individual, I swear to you, I was just reminded, a million ants are created. I don't know how it works. At the same time, everyone's individual. See, the Tower of Babel concept of these creator gods, whoever they are, that give us the Tower of Babel, that is, at least for me, the poetic, that art that, in the sense that the grand, taking that literal, but masking it into the utter allegory. You know, we have like $1 billion garbage problem already around the realm of Earth area, because there is this thing where, almost kind of like in that Jim Carrey movie where he played, was all prepared. I can't believe I don't remember the name of that movie. So for a few movies I've ever watched and rewatched and rewatched. And I can't remember. But anyway, at the very end, he leaves this TV set. It was all prepared for him, but I don't want to get into the movie unless I guess I'm stirred to. The issue is there is this you can go so far. The law of gravity was set in. There's always plumb lines. That's how you know there's a God, but there's always the exceptions, which proves the greaterness of the gods. But the combination of both is the impossibility. And this place is never meant to work in the sense of, for us, the individual. We're just all created. What I'm saying is, you might go, oh my God, there's just so many, certain types of people in a certain country, and they just seem to glom together because they're just kind of all poor, but just kind of keep each other going, like a colony of ants or a beehive. And those that are lucky enough to live in some form of affluence and individuality go like, how do they do that? But believe me, every individual of those that we just think, oh, they just clumped together. Oh, wow, sorry, it's right, it was a tsunami. What was that, over 3,000? Well, there's so many of them, blow them up together. Yeah. The point is, each one, like a cartoon, everything's written in. What I'm saying is, the external of going bigger will stop. It's set up by the gods. You can't all this money, time, brains. How far have we gone? You might go, oh wow, we were 50 years ago. The point is, come on, the brains of brains of brains. No, no. There's a no. That's one of the reasons I believe in divinity. So I don't forget. I woke up today at 6 o'clock. I'm sleeping a lot more. I'm just depressed because I'm trapped and it just isn't. On January 30th, I was going to have my fourth, I think, serious attempt at putting an exploratory committee together regarding eradicating loneliness in America's nursing homes. It's February 1st, and in probably an hour. It just doesn't matter. These gods won't allow a good thing. They surely perpetuate chronic horrors. Individually, you were someone as lucky as me compared to having a great grandfather who was a rabbi and the greatest father in the world, and this very horrible mother, but the woman who raised me was the greatest mother ever. I don't know people that are like me that have that unique scenario. I came from a lot of money, poor from 15 on, but you know, the, like still being raised an Orthodox Jew had so many bennies. I didn't know that till I'm still on Earth at 67. When I should be dead, my daughter died of ovarian cancer. She'd be, I think, 45, May 12th. Esophagus, heart attack. I've just got off the phone with wonderful Dr. Chaplain, a Mid-Atlantic pain specialist in Vineland, I think. This man is like a clergyman. He is. And he's not religious at all. Like he just emulates the Good Samaritan. He's honest that, hey, I'm an American. I don't want to, have a land of opportunity. Man is the Hippocratic Oath. He told me, you have to get 4 major invasive operations. Your mental illness is going to do that. It's just bizarre. Anyway, the issue is comparing yourself among yourselves is totally ever, forever unwise because everyone has an individual. And what I never finished telling you is I got up and I just determined I've been belly aching about this now for at least 3 years when I discovered that Belgium is the capital of the world for mercy killing. And they take great homage of, I don't think it's a word, but listen, we're not Hitler here. We're Mother Teresa. Like, wake up. You can't just write something around something and that is always something. You cannot do that. Like my spittoon, I have to drain chronic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Way beyond cigarettes and weed. I was told I have to, what was that, 4 years ago, 4 plus? I was dead. They found me in a coma, or I became in a coma. I kind of remember getting in the ambulance. That's all I remember. 6 weeks. I still to this day don't remember how many my daughter said I was in a coma. Like from some, I think in spirit to Cooper. Thank you, Dr. Shersher. Sama Gadubi. And yet he put me on fucking suicide watch. My daughter calls, "Oh, Daddy, you're a miracle." Yeah, watch you die. Anyway, I'm overloaded. The voices chronically and the hallucinations enhance the intensity of the entities of the zillions of the goos and the beings. Well, I do contain multitude. Look at that, baby. Look at that. So, it's just weeks of hell because I've come to the conclusion that there is no solution for me. And I am just so overworn out. If people come along now and go, hang in there a few more, patience is are you kidding me? I should have been out of here. I never should have been here. Unless it is impossible to place because I contain multitudes. I am not controllable. Anyway, so I wake up at 6. I'm on the phone with some travel cheap flights. It's in California, waking somebody up 3 times because first it hung up on me. I wasn't fast enough. It was so bizarre to me. It doesn't matter. I wasn't even mean. I was just. Third one, I just went in. I said, I need a one-way ticket to Belgium. How much is that? $1,500. You can use it every day. Boom. Okay, cool. Because they'll put me down. All right. And what's so bizarre is, like Old Man River, I'm free. I'm afraid to die. I'm tired of living, but afraid to die under. Like the worst thing to ever do is, and it says in the Hebrew Proverbs, hope deferred makes the heart sick. And that's just another level. That's as normal as emotion gets. Punch me in the fucking face. So the issue is that I don't want to live. I have no guarantee that God is going to change. I believe it is the Truman Show. I think it was called the Truman Show. I do. Where's hope in that? There's no hope. It's all preordained, pre-cockadooed. Make sure the script is looked at prior to 4 months in advance. And I believe these gods are much more astute than that, but suppose they're not. Like in the depth of, wow, I am so chronically forever angry at a sovereign God that lies chronically. But suppose it is just like 4 generations advanced that created us. If you think about the computerization, and I'm running a lot of themes here, but I keep trying to tell you that there has to be a God because the law of gravity, the concept of the Tower of Babel. You're not going to go that is high up, literally, as well as no. There's a dome there, like in the Truman Show. But in this divinity, microscopic is just ceaselessly endless, it seems. So the point is, every time you can magnify something that, and now you go, wow, there's a lot of room there, and all of this inter. So everything is intricately designed, intricately designed. We all die. That's in its simplest form. That's why I believe in divinity. I I'll do it now. Uh, Part of my morning was somehow randomly going back. I always have, I have, and then I don't. I have, and I don't. Tumblr. It's because my storage goes. I wonder why. Anyway, the point is, um, and Pinterest, and I have Avi Land, if you ever want to look at it, and there's the Wolf Cries. That's somewhat of, I would say, a page I'd be like, look at that. If you want to understand me, take a few hours. If you, why would you want to understand me? Anyway, um, but Tumblr's just, porn and bullshit. Some, I'll use any platform. I'll stand up in in a whorehouse and still say, hey guys, whatever I feel is of vital importance towards a worldview or a compassion thing. If I'm, depending who's up, maybe I'll just want to tear the world down. Depending who's up. So the issue is that there has to, these gods keep going within deep, deep, deep. And let's say, for argument's sake, it is sovereign. But either way, it's much more advanced and more created. You get it? I guess that's how sci-fi works, because if for any reason the beings that created us are fallible, then it does become, oh my God, this intergalactic insanity. All I know is that I can't make a sunset and blah blah blah. So I buy into the Book of Job. Well, that's freaking me out, but they are putting shit down for salt. Anyway, I'm so paranoid, schizophrenic. Millville police won't help me. Millville housing won't help me. It's just disgusting. It doesn't matter. I fantasized just before I picked this up that I was talking to somebody that is real in my life. And I was imagining I called them begging, can you just get me out of here? But just put me somewhere for a few months. It's happy and different and safe, safe, safe. Never safe. I'm not safe from myself. I have to quarantine myself. Somehow I have enough concept of my now, of what I really am, to bug me, but not to bless me. I'm tormented, waiting for the day I absolutely am convinced I'm going to be a killer. And I'm hoping, as I always say, I wear not what would Jesus do, but I would wear that along with Muhammad and Krishna and, so take it easy. But the issue is, what would my daddy do? What would Yudi do? WWYD and what WWED, which would Elizabeth do, the woman who raised me. I do have this philosophical concept of nurture and nature. I have very spiritually demonic Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. That's the whole problem if anybody would ever believe it. But that's why I believe in God, the chronicness of their desire to be entertained because we're created for them. Everything is created for them. You have kids, it's for you. There's something, oh, wow, you can create them for them. You might want to make them a good them and it will reflect better on you and be a good cheerleader rather than a dominant asshole. But that's what my daddy was, you but not a dominant asshole. He never yelled at me a day in his life. Anyway, and he knew his son was very sick. Sick school. It doesn't beat the kanana, on 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 the kanana. Day by my guys, tradition, 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 ba-da-dum-bum, 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 ba-la-la-la-la-bum. Nurture and nature. So what would what would Daddy do? What would Elizabeth do? Fighting what I believe I don't believe it's biological at all, other than it's designed to be biological by these gods. And so you call it paranoid schizophrenia or psychosis. It's a much better umbrella. But I am paranoid. Three-legged rabbit missing a leg that's blind in an open field with hungry animals that want to kill him every day of my goddamn life. And yet I have so many beings in me that they push me. It's almost like, it's just bizarre. I can be good cop, bad cop within a minute 8,000 times and put that on, and it's prismatic. There's this shade, that shade, this shade, that shade, mixture of this, that. So I can take multitudes. I am multitudes. And it's who's up, who's going to change, when, how. I've been in psychiatric wards over 20 times. It's just a fucking weird life. Abandoned to being a ward of the state. So I woke up going, I got to get to Belgium. And then I said, can't you just grab your balls? And you've been practicing. Harry, I don't say it right, so I don't mean to be disrespectful about something that you do because you feel you've dishonored. But I'll just say it. But Harry Carey. And the point is, I practice that, chronically. Boom, boom. You gotta go. Actually, what I'm doing down, it's down, whoop, and up, down, up, down. So, like, what's wrong with you? You're that much of a wuss. You want to just, get in people's faces and say, go ahead, make me brain dead, put yourself in jail. You just can't take a goddamn knife and suffer for a few fucking hours till you drain out. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? But these conflicts, and who's designing. There was a guy who showed me some kind of video game or a real movie where people created like these AIs, and the AIs were like the prize fighters. But it was really bizarre because they felt everything, but they were controlled. Like it wasn't just metal that went down. The point is, wow, that's just so vivid to me. And these gods want pain, they want suffering. When I yell and scream at a sovereign God of zillions or one or whatever it is, I just know suffering, nothing. So I wake up, I've been talking about Belgium for years, there's all kinds of videos, Right to Die, the primo, the only wakazoo to the bippy do. And I really believe with their kind of compassion and understanding and individual rights and they have everything right about the patient doctor and it's just all right. And, maybe I'd end up there and, oh my God, want to live more than ever. And some of my dreams somehow in a completely different environment just went, holy shit, I complain about living below the poverty level. Maybe there I wouldn't be. And maybe people would be, me moving anywhere. I can't even speak. It doesn't matter. I don't know how that would work. But anyway, the point is, it's not. But I don't want to live, and they treat mental illness and people that don't want to live. That's okay. Then we'll help you get to peace. The concept is peace, tranquility, inner peace. And if this is always bad here, well, then you want to get out of that. That's common sense from an insane man, you know. So I want to go to Belgium, and then I'm like beat myself up. Like, you just can't kill yourself. And I do love Mr. Bam Bam, my dog, and I know how attached he is to me, and I'm in conflict now because I love Bam Bam. I know he loves me, and if I'm to believe a few people that really are invested in Mr. Bam Bam, like he's like bizarrely attached to me. So even though I know these two people would take incredible care of him, is he going to spend a year and a half, 2 years pining? Like maybe it's best, I'm Hitler. In many ways, I am anyway. Just because if he wouldn't pine for 2 years, I'm not saying he wouldn't live a priceless life in many other ways. But if he's always going to have the scratching on the blackboard of the interior, where's my buddy? Where's my buddy? Where's my buddy? Like I've been through that with my dad. Is that experience fair to let him go through? If I can put him down in 8 seconds and he's at peace, for real, I can't guarantee it with these fucking gods. But that's so, and everybody else said, oh, he was rotten. I wasn't. Huh? Are you fucking kidding me? You know what it is to lose, and but yeah, to get my life. Love you, Mike Kenneth. Fucking the last 2 years. Oh, yeah. MIA Lawrence of No Arabia, who you are Florence. Lawrence, you accuse me of being Florence. Oh, biologically, yeah. You know who's got her cold, selfish, me, you, Joseph. Abandon your brother. You'd get the opposite of the Goody Award. Look what he did for Uncle Murray. You just suck, you little twats. It doesn't matter. You left your brother high and dry. Me. And I'm not gonna switch lives on the upper third of Americans. Want to switch? Hey, are you in like 67 and up? I'm actually age 67. But are you like, hey, want to switch with me, baby doobie? A baby doobie, no GED, 6 schools, School of Insane Asylum. No takers, eh? No takers, eh? No taker. Well, he's just a piece of shit, and his name is Abe. He's a piece of shit, and his name is Abe. Should be my theme song. He's a piece of shit, and his name is Abe. Sick man fraud. Anyway, pickles. endless dilling process of the gods through suffering. Fuck you all. We're created for our assholes because they all fuck us. No matter what you are in this world, I promise you, you're created individually, purposely, whether you're just casting some kind of like way up here thing, but you're as important as the main event. And all written in just by the master cartoonists. So anyway, uh, the point is that there's a God. So here I'm trying to get to Belgium. I really would love that. That'd be awesome. There is a part of me that's a hyper extrovert. I did win 12 awards. You want to Google turnafrownaround.org, anything that says Drew Horn or Screwy Drewy, my stage name. I've done over 2,000 shows. It's all fact checkable. SAMHSA, who I'd fight tooth and nail with their fucked up funding concepts. Nevertheless, it was my last award was from them. I won the Voice Award. Got on my hands and knees and asked somebody, I don't need this award. I told them, I said, the people that are lonely in nursing homes, psychiatric wards, they need this award. You switcheroo because I'm on my way out because I've been lying to telling everybody that I'm only paranoid that I'm bipolar and other things. But I wasn't ever true. And in fact, I knew I was drowning even to get there. I asked 4 people to go get that award. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The issue is it was all facade. I was lying to all my peers, even though they thought I was the poster child for like openness.